Good morning. This is Darren Merchant with American Nomad News. Let's dust this thing off a little bit with paper towel. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm really light. Okay. And I'm getting bit by something that I don't recognize because it's not the same as other things I've had to deal with. Now, body parasites are just a thing that you're just going to have to deal with if you're outside all the time. One is mosquitoes, and this looks a lot like a mosquito, but I'm getting them under the belt line and up in my armpits and now on my arm here. I'm using tea tree oil on them, but you're not going to know exactly whether that's working or not for a while. I've checked the seams of my pants and shirts on the inside for nits and body lice, and I haven't found any evidence of that, nor have I found little blood spots like you see with body lice. Body lice live in your clothing. Well, I have not found that. So what I'm going to do today, this morning, in this nice bright morning sunshine with my bad eyes, I've got my glasses, and I've got one of these magnifying glasses I picked up the other day. I'm going to clean that magnifying glass really good because it's got some kind of gunk on it. Okay, so it's fairly clean. And I'm going to pinch this thing and see what comes out. It's dead center on top of a hair follicle on both of them. Let's see if I can pull that hair follicle out. Get a hold of the one that's actually in the thing. It's easy to just grab hair, and yeah, the hair follicle comes right out without any trouble at all. It just doesn't even pull. Okay. I get some intracellular fluid. Little tiny bit of blood. I thought at first it was some ants that I'd gotten into. Some little sugar ants bitten me. But it seems like maybe I'm getting more bites. It's either that or the bites are developing. They're really hard for me to look at because they're under my armpit. I can't really effectively count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. It's really important to be proactive in preventing insects from getting at you, but it's not always possible. It's just going to happen. and there's nothing moral about it. A lot of people moralize such things. It is not appropriate to moralize illness. Somebody gets a disease that comes from common exposure, and it's not right to say that's a bad person, that God's judged that person as bad because they did something bad. Now, there are certainly methods, things we can learn to prevent disease from spreading. Such as keeping your hands clean when you go to the bathroom, being careful who you have sex with, washing your cooking utensils, regularly washing your body when you get a chance. When you're homeless, it's especially difficult to keep clean. One of the things people do when they find out that they, or someone that they care about, has something like body lice or scabies, is they'll bleach the crap out of their clothes. Well, this isn't very good unless you plan on replacing the clothes, and in which case, just throw the clothes away and buy new clothes. But when you're homeless, you don't have that option. Unless you go to some place that gives out free clothes, and half the time, those places are where you get body lice and scabies. New clothes only. Or you wash your clothes in especially hot water and dry them very, very dry, very, very hot. If your clothes shrink from that, you get new clothes. If you have a loved one who is homeless and you want them to be healthy and happy, and they are willing to, be prepared to take them in. Have a fresh change of brand new clothing still in the bag, still with the labels on, never worn by anybody else, ready to go. Be ready to let this person come in, strip down immediately, throwing all their stuff into a black plastic bag, a secure, solid garbage bag. All their clothes, all their stuff, all their backpack, everything into bags. Have them shower in a hot shower. And put on the fresh new clothing. Now, if there are things in their bags that they want to keep, they should keep them in a separate bag, in a separate garbage bag. At the moment they shed all this stuff. And then find something for them to do. And don't get on them about the food that they eat or living in the house or any of that. You assign them projects. Something they're good at. Something they can handle. And if you don't know what they can handle, make them take out the trash and do the dishes and all of these things. And don't be too super critical just because you want to be critical. It's not effective. If you didn't raise them right, whose fault is it? We have a beautiful country. We have too many homeless, and they're suffering. And all the decision making has been taken away from them, and they're still morally blamed. If they have no decision making ability, then there's nothing to blame them on. They're just being tortured. Doesn't seem anyone will listen to this. Better check my time on this thing. 10 minutes. I'm pushing the button. Fix my glasses.